What's up, y'all? It's StrawhatYomo here, and we got
It's your boy Dcentos. You already know.
yes, sir, yes, sir. And we are talking about One Piece live action. The live action.
Mm,
It's only right that I started out since my name is also StrawhatYomo. So you
hmm
already know I've been in that One Piece journey, and I'm still on
hmm
that journey.
The entire journey.
Uh, so
20 years.
and counting. Hey, we still going. We going
hmm
strong.
hmm
But we're talking about the live action, the one that was made on Netflix, and just kind of starting off, just to let y'all know, how I thought about it at first before watching it. My expectations were at the bottom,
Mm.
onto the floor,
The ocean.
the ocean, like One Piece.
Mm.
Like I was not expecting much about this show, but it was actually not bad. And one reason why, my expectation was low was because live action anime sucks. We've got Dragon Ball Z, we got Ghost in the Shell.
Mm.
What other like I think maybe the Attack on Titan,
Check out.
Bleach,
Yeah.
Death Note.
That. Oh. Definitely.
Dude, that Death Note one, I
Oh.
didn't even watch it. I knew it was
Mm.
trash.
Yeah. Yeah. But Yu
Like,
Hakusho though.
yeah, he said Yu Yu Hakusho fire, so I'm gonna watch that one next.
I join
But
gas.
but all I'm trying to say is that we don't have a good rep when it comes to like live action anime shows. So when they announced this, when One Piece live action was coming out, I thought this was a joke. I thought it was a prank. But as it started revealing the cast and
hmm
the people and the scenes, I'm like, oh no, they're actually like for real about this. When
hmm
they showed the first trailer, I was like, man, I don't know about this. But after watching it, I would say I'm a fan of the One Piece live action. I'm a fan of the One Piece live action. Hold on, y'all. I think I'm playing around. We got that straw hat, straw hat chain. Let y'all know we are a
Okay. All right.
fan.
Okay.
So, there are some things that are done differently.
Okay.
So for the people who do not watch One Piece, let me just say
That's
the
me.
live action, yeah, that's it.
That's
The
me.
live action have they did things differently.
hmm
I want to say I think right around the point where I think maybe when they reached Sanji is when I noticed some things that were different. The villain
Mm.
was different, they took out
Mm.
some villains as well too.
Mm.
Now in the live action, the overall villain is Arlong.
Mhm.
He is a villain in One Piece, but
Mm.
he's not the overarching villain
Mhm.
for that short period.
Mhm.
Why they did that, I don't know, but sure, we'll just stick with it.
Mhm.
Um, how he met his crewmates, that was pretty accurate. It was pretty accurate. There wasn't anything wrong with that. But they did change a little bit of things to the plot, which they weren't bad things. I think there's some things that kind of helped because One Piece is a 1,000 plus show, like
Mhm.
episode show that's still ongoing.
Right.
So they can't, flesh out everything. They have to take some parts away. So I wasn't mad at it. But there were some things where I wasn't a big fan of, like Luffy meeting Garp. I feel like that, well, in the anime, that doesn't happen to like maybe 5 seasons later.
Really?
Yeah, like that doesn't happen like at all.
Oh
Like,
gosh.
yeah, that happens way, way, way down the line. So when Luffy met Garp and they're fighting, I was like, that really, one, they didn't really fight like that.
Mhm.
And two, like, Garp was looking for Luffy, yes,
Mhm.
but it was like it just felt way too soon. Like that,
Mm.
Garp didn't even know of like he did know of Luffy, but he didn't meet him till like way down the road.
Mm.
And it wasn't revealed that Garp was Luffy's grandpa until like way later down the road. So them
Mm.
revealing it now was like kind of weird to me. I was like, oh, that's kind of
Mm.
off. And my girl was like, is that true? Like, because we were watching it together. She's never seen One Piece. She's not an anime fan at all. But she was asking me, like, is this true? I'm like, yeah, kind of, but like it doesn't happen until later down the road. So it's kind of weird, like how they did certain things. I wasn't against it, but it was a little bit different.
Mhm.
Um, Now from someone who has not seen One Piece, what did
Okay.
you think overall of like the
All right.
story, the characters, and everything?
All
What do you
right.
think?
So the thing is, so I came into One Piece right, and I said because the reason why we're doing this review now because this aired like a while ago because I didn't even watch it because I wasn't even interested in it. and I was on Netflix, and I was talking with my girl, and I was like, "Yo, let's just watch One Piece. Let's just see what it's about." And the thing is, right? I know the characters Luffy, Nami, Zoro,
Hmm.
Usopp. I know these characters. I just don't really know the story like that. So I'm just coming into it with like a blank slate. I'm like, all right, let's see what it's about. And to me, uh, I'm a fan. Like this made
Yeah.
me a fan of the show.
Yeah. Okay.
I said, hold on. I said, is this what all these people be talking about on Twitter when they be talking about One Piece? When they be
Yep.
saying like this is One Piece is the greatest anime ever? I said, hold on, the allegations might be true.
You got converted. You
Because
got
if the
converted.
business is true, like nah. But like, because I honestly I wanted to be a hater. I ain't gonna hold you. I wanted to be a hater. I wanted to be like, you know, it's One Piece. Is it gonna be really be that great? But when I heard what the author Oda, when I heard he had like a big hand and
Oh yeah.
like
Oh
picking
yeah.
everybody, I said, wow. I said, okay, so this is gonna be different. And at first, like I've seen a little bit of One Piece, but I was really confused by the cast of Luffy. I think his name is Inazaki or Inaki. And
Yeah,
he
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
and he
He's Luffy.
yeah, he's Luffy and he has an accent, right? And I was just like, does this even make sense? I was like, and then I just kept watching the show, and I was just like, I think he's a great Luffy. I see the vision. I haven't seen all 1,000 episodes, but I see the vision on why he chose him as Luffy, and the rest
Hmm.
of the cast too. I think everything just fit perfectly. Um, Now when we talk about like plot and sequencing and where things happen, I don't have the frame of reference that you have. So I
Hmm.
can only talk about what I've seen. But to
Hmm.
me, in these 8 episodes, I think they did a fantastic job of introducing some of the crewmen. That was obviously not all of them, but they
Hmm.
introduced, Luffy,
Zoro,
Zoro, Nami,
Nami.
Sanji, Usopp. I
Yeah.
think I like how they introduced them, and I like how they told a little bit of everybody's backstory. So like by the end of it, you kind of understand a little bit of
Yep.
the characters, their goals, what they want to do. So to me, I didn't feel like the pacing was off. I didn't feel like anything was off, to be honest. Like I said, like you said, Garp wasn't even introduced till later. To me, it felt natural. I said, all right, I everything kind of seems on point to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like the pacing to me, I feel like was fine. There was nothing issue with that. Um, there are some things they even did better than the anime, which I was
Mm,
surprised on.
really.
The introduction for for the characters where they had a wanted poster,
Mm-hmm.
like it'll show the wanted, like for example, Mihawk.
Mm-hmm.
He was in the middle of a battlefield. He had a
Yeah.
wanted poster and then he like cut it.
Yeah.
All that was never in the show.
Mm,
Or like all along when his came up and he was like biting it, that was
mhm,
never in the show.
mhm,
So when those came up, I was like, ooh,
mhm.
that's fire. That's
Yeah, it
clean.
was hard.
Um, and even like some things as well too that I saw, like, oh, they changed that. Like for the people who are One Piece fans, y'all would have known this as well too. Like in the whole Sanji's arc, Mihawk, they had him fighting Zoro. That did happen. Yes,
Right.
he beat him with the pocket knife. Yes.
Mm,
But there was supposed to be another villain at the moment at that time as well too called Don Craig. And they completely like took him out. Luffy was supposed to fight Don Craig, but
mm,
for whatever reason, they took it out and it showed Mihawk. When they introduced Mihawk, they showed Don Craig or him fighting Don Craig and beating him.
mm,
Why they did that, I don't know.
mhm.
But it still worked. Like
Yeah.
I wasn't upset. All the things that they changed, like I was like, dang, like it still works, you know? Um, it was pretty even the special effects as well, too.
Yeah.
They weren't bad. I was surprised.
I thought they were pretty good.
I was surprised, you know. It's there's only so much you can do with the show as like One Piece.
Mhm,
And I even question like, dang, do you really want to do One Piece? Because One Piece has some like crazy effects and things like
mhm.
that. I'm like, I don't know if they're gonna be able to do it, but they did a pretty solid job with it as well too. And it has me like question like, dang, how are they gonna do like the second season? Because Luffy's crew, they got like a skeleton guy who can talk. They got a
Yeah.
reindeer, so
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm wondering how they're gonna do it, but
Yeah.
hey, like I trusted them, and you know that this show did really good to the point where they got announced for a second season.
Mhm.
You know how big that is for anime like
That's
watchers
huge.
for live action? That has not happened before ever.
Mhm.
So for this to do that, oh no, One Piece. Death Cells, you already thought One Piece was like the One Piece is already like the biggest anime of like in Japan and everywhere. But
Mhm.
now it's gonna take over.
It
Like
is.
my girl even liked it. She was
Yeah.
like, "Oh, I actually do like One
Yeah.
Piece. I might, want to watch it." That didn't last too long,
You know what's
but
crazy?
still,
My girl said the
your
exact
girl,
same thing.
your girl said the exact same
The
thing.
exact same
Exactly,
thing. That's crazy.
exactly. That's what I'm
That's,
saying. Like,
mhm.
One Piece is actually like pretty good. Like what people be hyping up is where we making sense. Now, there's one thing I want to bring up. I don't know if you noticed this as well too. It was real subtle. The guy who plays Arlong,
Mhm.
he's black.
Yeah, he is black.
Okay. And there was a scene where Nami, with the Arlong pirates, they turn it up on the
Mhm.
island after taking it up.
That wasn't subtle. That wasn't subtle at
That
all.
wasn't subtle,
That wasn't
bro.
subtle.
Tell me why. Me and my girl watching that. I'm like, dang, they're playing some like some 808
Yeah.
on some trap music, whatever.
Yeah.
So Nami's walking up to Arlong, and you see Arlong drinking, and
Mhm.
he's like this. I don't know if y'all. I'm gonna see. So he's like this, just like hey, hey,
Hey.
hey, hey.
Uh-huh.
And we're like, what is this man doing? Like,
Uh-huh.
what? That caught me so off guard. That
Mm.
caught me so
Yeah.
off guard when it came to that. I was
Yeah.
like, man, they really got Arlong as a black person. He
Yeah.
overturned him like going like, hey, hey, in the
Exactly.
chair.
I was
I had
like,
to rewind that multiple times. I'm like, did he just do like what?
are freshmen an analogy for black people? That's what they
Oh
made it
yeah.
seem like. That's what they made it seem like. I said, hold on, wait a second. They
What's
playing rap
crazy?
music?
What's crazy is that in One Piece, fishmen do get oppressed as well too.
Hmm.
They get oppressed, so maybe fishmen are black people.
Exactly.
Maybe I don't know. I don't
Maybe.
know.
I do want to say though the because I have one of my positives. I think the dude who played Arlong.
Oh, he killed it.
Let me see if I can find him. Let me see if I can find him on here.
And Zoro, the guy who plays Zoro.
McKinley Beckler the third.
Mm-hmm.
Get that fantastic, fantastic. Oh my
Mm-hmm.
gosh, he was such a good character. Like
Mm-hmm.
he did it so well. I got to get that man his props.
Now this show wasn't all praise. It had some things that I didn't like, or some things that was kind of awkward.
Let me know because I I don't have any. I don't. The only thing I dislike about this show, uh, that I have written down is that I
Uh-huh.
feel like it was too short. I wish it was longer.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
but
I
yeah,
felt like the acting was a little bit off, especially Usopp. I thought
really,
he would have the best yes, bro. I did not like Usopp's acting.
oh, really,
When he was a kid, I did not like that acting, and when he was the actual actor, the adult, I didn't like that acting. It was
wow,
like he was just not. It felt very like Disney Channel kind of acting.
interesting.
And me and my girl were looking at each other like we picked it up. We're like, dang, his acting don't seem all that great. Even Luffy had better acting than him. And I'm not saying like the person was a bad actor for who played Luffy. I
Mhm.
feel like Luffy's just a hard person to play as an actor because he's so a lot
Mm,
of things that they do in anime does not translate in real life.
yeah, that's true.
Like you can't really do that. And Luffy's such an anime character that it's hard for you to play that in real life.
Mm,
And
int-
so yeah, that's how I had to say. Like Usopp, I feel like he wasn't really the best actor in my
really,
opinion.
that's
I felt
interesting.
like and I thought maybe I'm just tripping. So I like, let me see what other people are saying as well too. And I saw they were saying the same thing as well.
Really,
Yeah, like some people were saying the exact same thing. So I was like, okay, I know it's not just me as well when it
I
comes to
I thought
the
he was
guy
fine.
Usopp.
I thought he was fine, but I guess people thought differently.
And I'm not even a big critiquer,
Uh
but
huh.
I'm just like, I feel like I don't know where he got his acting from, but to me, it wasn't hitting.
Wow,
It wasn't
interesting.
hitting.
That's interesting. I because
But yeah.
because I know Usopp to be like a scaredy cat, so I was like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I thought he was doing it fine, but hey,
To
uh,
me,
let's see. I mean, I liked.
that was the only negative I had.
Let's see, I liked Mihawks. I like the Buggy. I really like.
Buggy killed it.
Yeah, I like
The
Buggy.
person who
Buggy
played
was
Buggy
Buggy. I
killed it.
That man was he was in his
Yeah.
bag. Buggy was in his
Yeah,
bag for
yeah, yeah,
sure.
yeah.
All right, let me just read off some of my positives real quick. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Fights. Okay. I got my pauses. Okay, I'll listed them out on the backstories. Um. So I'll do like favorite scenes. My girl said her favorite scene was like the whole thing with the mansion and like and well, what was the girl Usopp's like childhood friend in the mansion and stuff, and how they had to like fight that dude with the claws.
Oh,
Uh,
yeah.
uh,
I completely forgot about him.
yeah. That was my girl's favorite scene, and to me, my favorite scene was and I actually had to go back. I actually went to the anime to watch it. Was when Nami was in the rain crying. And yeah,
Wait,
yeah.
which one?
Not because she went to go get the money for Arlong, and then Arlong
Yeah.
got her guys, and then Naima was in the ring crying. She was like cutting her arm, and Luffy came
Oh,
up.
yeah,
And I was like,
yeah.
oh, that's hard. That's a great scene. I was like, that
Mm-hmm.
that was a great scene. So
Yeah.
I had to give my props on that. And I was asking one of my friends because he's a big One Piece fan. He was like, and I don't think he's seen a live action yet, but he was like, yeah, he said like that's like one of the iconic scenes like in early One Piece. And I was like, wow. So I really liked it and I really enjoyed it. To
Mm.
me that was great. Uh,
Yeah. Overall,
yeah,
I feel like
uh,
just I'm excited. Oh, and for the people who are just now getting into One Piece and you're like, dang, I gotta wait a whole however long it is for the second season to come out. Just know, and this is just an announcement, it just came out maybe a week or two ago,
mhm,
that they are remaking the early One Piece.
mhm,
Which studio? The people who made Attack on Titan, the first part, people who
mhm,
made Great Pretender, those people, they are
mhm.
remaking One Piece.
That's
So they're gonna make it. I assume they're gonna make better pacing, better animation. So
mhm,
you're not gonna be watching that old 1990 whatever version of it.
mm, eh.
So for the people who are interested, that is another avenue.
I wonder if
I
that
lo- Go ahead, go ahead.
I wonder if that's gonna cause a divide in the community. Oh, like you're not a real One Piece fan. You don't watch the original versus.
Man, One Piece is One Piece. I'm not gonna do
Uh,
that to them. Like, just watch it.
mhm,
Even if you gotta watch, there are even like movies that summarize arcs
mhm.
as well too. So you can just do that as well.
Yeah,
But that is out there as well too
yeah,
for the people who are interested in One Piece.
yeah,
They are remaking it.
yeah. I mean,
For them to remake a show that's already ongoing is wild in my opinion. But hey, do
mm,
you?
nah, come on, nah, bro. Early One Piece looks rough. Don't lie, it looked
No,
rough.
it looks rough. I'm just
Early
saying.
One Piece look rough.
No, it looks rough. I'm just saying like
Mhm,
the whole remaster, this whole like era of remastering things is just
mhm.
like or remaking it. I'm like, does it really need to be remastered?
Okay,
Like The Last of Us?
uh, a little bit off topic, but
Yeah.
mm. Why is Nico, Robin, and Usopp? How come their skin complexions be changing as the show continues? Do you know?
Nico Robin, she didn't seem when I was watching it back then, she seemed like a white girl. And so, fun fact, I was watching One Piece during the Four Kids era. For the people who don't know what Four Kids are, it was a network that was bringing in Japanese shows like anime
Mhm,
into the States for the first time. When they were doing this, they changed a lot of things,
mhm,
Sanji, he used to have a cigarette and smoke it. They changed it to like a lollipop.
right.
Certain people who died, they changed it, so they try to
Mhm,
make it more kid friendly.
mhm,
So when I was watching at the time, Robin had a Southern Belle accent.
yeah,
Why? I do not know. But
yeah.
she had a Southern Belle accent. So I always thought Robin was a white person.
And she was
And
tan though.
she was a little bit more tan, yes. And she was in the desert at that time. Now they changed it to where it's lighter. Usopp as well too. Apparently he's supposed to be Somalian, I think.
Still.
Um, but the latest One Piece arc, they're like the art design changed it to
Mhm,
where everyone's more
mhm,
light skinned and lighter. And
right.
I was like, that seems a little bit weird to me, but hey, that's Japan.
Yeah,
I can't speak on that. That's Japan.
that's true.
But yeah.
Fun fact. I don't know if you can actually still watch the original 4 Kids version of One Piece. I don't because it's I don't know where it's available because on Crunchyroll it's the Funimation dub. So
It is a Funimation one.
so
You
so,
can probably find it somewhere, but
so
that's how I grew up watching One
yeah.
Piece.
But I guess I don't have any more things to say. I guess to wrap this up, am I personally gonna go ahead and watch One Piece? No. But I watch this. But am I gonna watch 1,000 episodes?
You know,
I don't have that time. Not in this lifetime. I don't have that
I
time.
don't blame people for not wanting to do that. So if this is how people get into One
Mm-hmm.
Piece, I'm cool with it.
Mm-hmm.
There's no hate.
Um, what would you rate it?
Live action wise, for a live action show,
Mm-hmm.
it raised the bar for me. It raised the bar.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna give it 7.5.
Mm-hmm.
Seven and a half.
I think for my enjoyment, I think it's a solid 8.5, maybe even a 9.
8.5. Ooh.
I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it.
Okay.
I was looking up One Piece lore for a couple days straight. I was looking up One Piece lore. So
Okay.
I was like,
Okay.
wow. I wasn't gonna watch it, but 8.5 to
Okay.
9 to me.
Okay. Well, there you go. That was a solid live action show. So when season 2 comes out, we will definitely be watching that.
Mhm.
So yeah, that was our reaction to One Piece live action. So let us know what y'all think about it in the comments down below. And with that, we out. Peace.